Hello, I'm Ritz Blues, and this is my AGDQ submission for Gourmet Warriors, also known as Gourmet Squad, also known as Gourmet Sentai Bara Yarou. This is best described as a kind of a wacky, post-apocalyptic future gourmet cooking beat 'em up. Um, and I plan on playing the game on normal difficulty because it's got kind of the best balance between the easiest and most difficult endings. Easy mode is faster, but you miss out on like half the enemies, and the ending is terrible. And the only reason I'm not doing the hardest difficulty is that it is not marathon safe. If I die in the hardest difficulty, I would not be able to continue the run. So yeah, so I'll be playing this on normal difficulty. There will be a bid war available to choose between the three main characters. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and reset the game and just have a look at the plot for this game here. It's very, very deep, rich plot. It's 20XX at the demonic city of Zeus. Warriors with tough muscles and powerful armor descend on the city. And open the gates of hell. So yeah, that's the plot. That's the intro. Gourmet Squad also comes complete with its own intro theme, and if you enter a certain special input, you can even sing karaoke with it like I will right now. In the blazing red sun, you command me to vanquish evil. As I stare into your eyes, I see the fire blazing. Hey, now I'm hungry, but I ain't got no money to defend world peace. I'll sacrifice. That's the intro song. I actually don't know what it should sound like because I don't think it was written to be sung in English, but hey, that's what it is. So, without further ado, I'll go ahead and get into the game. Again, we're going to be playing on the medium difficulty. It has the best balance in endings between most interesting and least interesting ending. We have a bid war between Bonjour, Mademoiselle, and Très Bien. Tonight I'll be playing Très Bien just to show off the game. But Bonjour is arguably one of the fastest speed characters in the game. He's kind of the heavy hitter with the very powerful throw attacks, the strongest ones in the game where throwing is the name of the game. Mademoiselle is kind of the balanced character. She has kind of low reach, a little bit faster than Bonjour. Her throws are pretty good, some of them, but some of them linger on a bit longer than they need to, so they're actually really slow for how strong they are. So she's probably my least favorite to speedrun the game with. But she's actually kind of fun in other ways. And finally we have Très Bien. Très Bien is a cybernetic dog, and he is the speedster, and has some pretty decent attacks as well. But again, I'm competent with each one of these characters. I have estimates available for each one of them, but for this purpose I'll demonstrate Très Bien. So we'll go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, go. So, the primary means by beating up enemies in this game, you're going to hit them with like 3 or 4 hit combos. Every time you hit them, they get little stars above their heads. And when they do, they get, that means they've been stunned. And the more stun they have, the more window of time you have available to throw them. And so, depending on how you defeat the enemies, will determine what items they drop after you kill them. Yes, that is a moai. And earlier you did see some jackknife fellows. You'll see a few more towards the end of the stage. All the enemies in this game are really weird. That's a lamp. Lamp can't hurt you. Lamp isn't real. It can stun you, and then it drops a power-up that gives you a big health boost and spawns a clone of you if you're playing single player. If you're playing multiplayer, it drops protein. Just like protein powder. So pretty much the fastest way to progress through the game when there's only like a couple enemies on screen is just throw them to death. There's a few other moves available as well, but I'm going to try and limit when I use those to when I need them. You can also get these guys to kill themselves by using their attack. Jackknife has a giant knife through his body, splitting out through the top of his head. So, if allowed to get his attack off, like this, okay, good, he didn't do it. He will rip his body in half so that the knife can attack you, and then he will die. Yes, that was a tiny guy. Dancing on the moai. Don't worry about it. We'll go ahead and just get rid of this guy here. Alright, cool. There are dash attacks. There's all kinds of different attacks you can do. Depending on how you finish enemies, determines what food can be dropped from them. They can be beaten with punches, with slide attacks, or aerial kicks. They can be beaten with 2 different types of throws. Ah! She got me! There we go. That's the first boss, Kiriko. In addition to fighting things, you can also taunt in between them. Between stages, you get to make meals with the food you collect. It's dinner time! We're going to have a primary ingredient of pork. And we're going to follow it up with some protein to boost the protein amount and gain 112 life, which is pretty good. So, Super Pork is a pretty decent first meal in the game. Again, we're avoiding this little power-up here because the clone that you can spawn not only can steal your food, causes more enemies to spawn, which actually does not make this faster, can very likely interrupt you while you're trying to do whatever it is you're trying to do. They can break your combo. They actually tend to get in the way more than they actually help. So during certain attacks you do get a few iframes. I try and take advantage of that whenever possible. That way if a crowd is forming, they're not likely to hit me with some of their attacks. Every time I step on those little Yoshiros, the little tiny guys that are either bringing the mines out or are piloting the moai mechs, they say Magoo. Magoo. And they just turn into a little pancake and then they die. They're probably the best source of tofu in the game. They might even be the only source of tofu in the game. I have no idea why the enemies turn into tofu when they die. Could not begin to tell you. Alright, so that's the first half of stage 2. Now we're headed to, or actually the second half of stage 2. So we're gonna avoid all these knife arms. If I were playing Bonjour, I'd be punching those guys. So here's the second boss. This is, say what? And casually, he's kind of one of the walls in the game. He's actually pretty tough to figure out before you know how to match his combos and stuff. But he's not that bad. Uh-oh. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Alright, we're good. Got him. Alright. Beating a boss with a throw always gets you super protein, which is good, because this early on in the game, I don't have Fabien's favorite food. Dinner time! So there's super tofu. Even with like super protein, 49 health is not that much. So these guys, though, Drool, they are the secret to getting the best food in the game for each character. Every character can get their favorite food from beating up Drool. If you beat him with a punch, he'll drop a steak for Bonjour. If you beat him with a kick or a dash, he will drop a pepper for Mademoiselle. And if you beat him with this body slam attack or any body slam, Drool will always drop an ice cream. So once we get to the part of the game where we can actually fight like humans that can be planted in the ground, I tend to do that more often because they're more crowds, and the body slams tend to be more viable than other attacks. Oh, what a reach. So we're going to go ahead and smack him to get him away. You can even pose on top of them once they're planted in the ground. This game is great. It's a little silly, but I love it. Yep, they sure did attack Drool. If you can convince them to land in the right spot. So we want to get as much ice cream as we can. We also want to try and get... I've been neglecting this. We want to try and get as much wheat as possible. Oh, we're going to miss this one. Oh well. Yep. Dang. Veggies only. Alright, here we go. Okay, plant them. So if we do the slow throw, which is sort of the slow rolling of the shoulders, that backflip always drops flour with these characters. Burners always drop flour when you slide into them, so I do that as much as I can too. Mines are another good source for pepper, but you can only get pepper from mines if you have someone that you can launch off of and do a body slam. So, alright, here's the third boss. It's a bunny! It's Bunny Excellent! She's like super bunny. Oh no! She has super armor now. No joke, like, this red armor is one of the harder bosses for the other two characters just because of like how slow they are. There we go. And that's Be Excellent. So now we get to have our favorite food, which is ice cream and flour when mixed together for dinner time. We'll always get you Fabien's favorite food, ice cream cake. Stage 4. Things just start getting a little wackier. Now we have these swimmer enemies. They're one of the more annoying enemies in the game. They're arguably the strongest like basic enemy in the game. They take just a ton of damage to kill, and they're really annoying because they're very disruptive. Whenever possible, I always try to land body slams because they tend to be the better way to damage a bunch of guys at once. If I can't, then a single throw is also a decent choice. Keeping in mind that we want to try and finish these Poco Poco Sans with the medium throw, like that, to get flour. Get a little swag there. If bunnies could drop flour or ice cream, I'd kill them differently. Because they cannot, I don't. I always try and prioritize swimmers above all other enemies. Attack, attack, attack. Poco Poco-san and Paku Paku-san and Piku Piku-san, they all say attack, attack, attack as they step. Alright, so that's the first stage of stage 4. Second half, double swimmers! Yay! The less I hit the one that I launch off of, the more times I can actually get a launch off of it. So that's why I'm not hitting them both. The more you hit an enemy that's planted in the ground, the sooner they will fall the wrong way. Oh yeah, swimmers can also be killed that way. I have to remember that. Oh yeah. I keep forgetting about that other detail. I'm missing out on some wonderful ice cream here. Did you know that the tiny Yashiros that pilot these Moais make the best ice cream? They do. They really do make the best ice cream. If only I could convince him to go away from that wall. There we go. You just have to press them with a body slam. Oh, he lived. Dang it. Rats. That's one less flour I can get. Okay, get that flour. Wow, I still got the full... That's what happens when you double stun, is like the throw command gives like the full power throw, even if you try and like slow roll it as best you can. Oh, you got set on fire. Ah, I got set on fire. Ah, you got set on fire. Okay. Getting set on fire is annoying in this game. It does like tiny little chip damage and keeps spreading from enemy to enemy. Sadly, no one to vault off of. We will take the helper here, and it spawns another me. I don't like to bring a helper though because they can steal food and they usually tend to disrupt things more than they actually help. Yes, that was the Tetris theme you started to hear there. Did it get him? No! Why'd you step on him, you idiot? This is why helpers are bad. Wow. 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 It keeps getting worse. Alright, finally. Did he get one? Yes! He dropped an ice cream. That's what I want right there. Cool. Alright, give me that. Alright, cool. We got the extra flower. Hardest boss. Why are you hitting me? Well, just some natto. Oh well, it's not like I need the protein anymore. Alright, so we got ice cream, and we got flour. We're gonna make some more ice cream cake. Dinner time! Sometimes Helper is helpful for that fight, sometimes he is not. It's a crapshoot, but I wanted to show it off at least once. Ice cream cake, 210 heal, very strong. Almost full health now. Jump attacking mines will always drop peppers. Come on, let me just get on. Oh, jeez. How annoying. No! You are terrible. Well, there goes my ice cream. No ice cream treat for Très Bien today. Dodge Missile Man. Wow. More wheat. Some burners. Slide attacks will always yield more flour. Alright, so we got the double drool. Oh no. Whoops. There we go. More ice cream. I'd like you to stop that now. There we go. Free ice cream. More flour. Oh, saved his little buddy. You better let me have that ice cream. Alright. There we go. Squish, squish, squish. Let me go. Yay, helper. Ah, getting stunned by those little guys is so annoying. Alright, thank you for doing very little, helper. Alright, cool. So that's the end of the last stage. Now we have the final boss. We'll do a little ice cream and flour. Dinner time! For some reason, ice cream being baked actually winds up being, you know, a nice little ice cream cake, even though he laser heats it. 310 life. Capped out at full health. If you know how to cook in this game, your character can have like stupid amounts of health. Run away! Almost. One more cycle. So time will be when we pick up the super protein at the end here. Time. 23:27. So that's Gourmet Warriors. The normal ending we get, and so they became stars. And that's the ending, which is definitely better than the mild or easy difficulty. However, the hard difficulty is also pretty interesting as well. So in addition to having the karaoke, I can also do a showcase for a proper incentive of some of the weird characters that you can play in this game. Like this guy. You can play a mine. Yeah. Like from the game The Mines. And if you get stepped on, you die. Or if you play, let's see here, go one left of that. There we go. Here's Missile Man. Which is pretty cool. Missile Man's got a great attack. There we go. But Missile Man's dead now, so we lose. Let's see, who else can we do? Here's Drool. Go, Drool! You can do it, buddy. Come on! I believe in you. So yeah, this is Drool. He has no attacks. But if he gets hit, he freaks out and says, Yamate! Let's see. other good ones. We'll show off one more. So this is Bunny-san. Bunny-san has like the butt bounce, which I don't think she used at all during my run earlier. She's also got the kick attack, and then if you do a quarter circle forward, you can do this number, which is like, I don't know, like Crystal Flash, I guess? I don't know. Enemies in the game cannot pick up food, which is unfortunate because it's one of the worst things about playing like the enemy characters, is that you just like, you have no way to speed up fast things. So killing an enemy, you're basically waiting for them to despawn the food. The reason they have these characters in the game, when you're fighting Baron in the 4th stage, he can turn you into several different enemies in the game, including Bunny-san. He can turn you into... Whoops, come back. He can turn you into a Moai. Moais are cool. They can charge attack, which doesn't do any damage. They can wink. And they can spin out, launch, and then slam somewhere, and then wink. And that's pretty much their whole shtick. And then if they die, you become the little tiny guy that pilots them. Which is great. I like how when you charge attack, the tiny little Yoshiro on top, he just like full Superman leans into it. It's great. So anyway, I mean, I may not show all of these guys during the exhibition. I might show all of them. It just depends on what time I'd be allowed to show. There's a few others, but you know, these are some of the more interesting ones. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's Gourmet Warriors, that's my submission. I hope you guys liked it. Hope to see you guys at AGDQ 2021. Thanks for watching.